Hello, hello! Welcome back to my stream. It is I, your humble host Sketchy. We are back with Reverse 1999. We'll be doing the continuation of the collab event for Atomic Heart. And I've got some news to report on that front. Remember how we did pulls for the twins on the last stream? I managed to get them in like, I think 80 pulls? Yes, 80 pulls. The first copy, and I was 2 pulls from getting them on the extra pity marker at around 100, and I did those 2 10 pulls that remained off stream because I expected nothing happen, to get absolutely nothing riveting from that, but I was wrong. As you can see, we have them at portrait 2 now, because I got another copy of them from the first remaining 10 pull. So in total we've got 2 copies in 90 pulls. And I got the extra from the 100 pulls total. So now we have a weapon of mass destruction in the form of the twins. And let me tell you, they work wonders. With just 2 copies, they are pretty much self-sufficient, more or less, because it improves the energy generation by leaps and bounds. Also the, how to say it, the time they need to go online and fully utilize the firepower is basically 0. They start with the ultimate fully charged and they get energy at an extremely increased rate, so that's nice. And are we getting spam already? Yep. But our new filter is working and it's deleting the spam messages. That's nice. Okay. I've also set up messages that give feedback when it happens. So if it happens to anyone that didn't spam, I'll take a look into it and unban them. But for now, I'm engaging extra protections. We'll see how it works. For now, the only thing that this filter reacts to is posting links. So don't post links, everything will be fine. As far as I can tell, it should work like that. Right. So, as I was saying, we've got a pretty strong new unit. In this form, I would say that they are pretty close to being as strong as Paper Heron on her own. Maybe somewhat stronger. If you would take Paper Heron with no supports, I would say that she would be weaker than the twins on their own, because they need no one else to work on a basic level, so to speak. They work so well that, in fact, I've managed to complete the Psych Trauma 1 in focused flashbacks with my leftovers team, let's say. The twins, Isolde, Flutterpage, and Marsha. Basically a mismatched team, but it worked wonders on that stage. And it's one of the hardest content stages that is available right now. So that's quite impressive, at least for me. Anyway, we can jump back into the story. We finished, I think, at stage 6. I went through all of them on skip just to get the rewards, but I didn't click any of the events and haven't seen any story bits. So, this was part 6, yes. I'll make sure that we've seen that in this one. Yes, this was right after the teleport. So we've seen that. We are going to stage 7 then. Yep. Okay. You know what? Let's use our new team for this. Like so. Yep. There we go. Should be ready. Alright, I didn't look at the story bit for it. There we go. This goes first.
You mean little Vanya? Are you sure?
Right, we were talking with that quote-unquote nice old lady.
That journalist we met, he called himself Maxim. He had the same scar on his forehead.
Oh yeah, we are talking about that. That Maxim guy looked like the kid in the picture that the old lady has shown us.
I thought he... After things settled, I tried to check in on Rosalia and her family. They were already gone. So Vanya is alive, and he became a journalist. I'm happy he made something of himself.
I found something else strange. These documents seemed out of place here.
Found something else strange. These documents seemed out of place here. X lays out of a series of technical files. All of them seem crisp and fresh, not like the yellowed papers and books elsewhere in the house.
Having made a cursory glance, they seem to concern the robots we've encountered so far, including that big one that chased us here. See? Take a look at these schematics. Tell me this isn't that Beliash thing.
But why would anyone keep these files here? These look like highly sensitive schematics.
Right.
A seemingly abandoned location close to the summit venue. It makes sense, wouldn't you say, Tamara?
Well, it would be a good outpost for someone who was planning a sabotage. X passes the page with the Beliash's schematics over to Tamara. The old woman, thrilled a moment ago, now finds herself looking over the files, her brows furrowed. And soon, her confused face turns shocked.
Wait, I recognize this handwriting. No one writes a ya like this, except little Vanya.
Huh. So, it could have been that reporter dude. The room falls silent at the revelation. The old woman shakes with emotion, prompting Mesmer to reach out to comfort her, but Tamara starts again with renewed confidence.
We should discuss this with a friend of mine. She'll be able to help us understand what is going on here.
A friend?
I contacted her as soon as I heard you come in. But don't worry. I'm certain she'll be able to answer all your problems.
Really? The young visitor's attention is soon drawn to the window by the deafening roar of engines.
What is that?
It looks like a flying house.
I beg your pardon?
Tamara, clear the way!
Huh? The wooden hut begins to slow this descent into the courtyard. Slow its... I've misread that. The wooden hut begins its slow descent into the courtyard, but before it even reaches the ground, someone hops off and slams her way through the window and into the building. Is this Laplace from the Nikkei series? Entering through windows? Dynamic entry.
What?
A cloud of dust rises, blowing in from the outside, while the trio coughs uncontrollably. A figure steps out of the haze.
So the quantum computer was right. Look what I found. Pint-sized scientists from a faraway land.
I stand corrected. This is the old lady that you meet in the game early on, in Atomic Heart. Now I recall, I thought that maybe I was misremembering how she looked like, but no, this is the one.
I'm glad you didn't kick them out, old friend. Well, why would you? They do look like good kids.
Yeah. Shocked to find that the intruder is an old woman, the young visitors stare at each other in silence.
The name's Xena, but call me Granny Xena. That's all you need to know for now.
Right, that's rather vague. After Tamal walks her through the findings, Xena takes over to the documents and starts reading. Her face grows more serious as she turns the pages.
These files outline a way to circumvent the Collective's firewalls. It's a sophisticated exploit. He's no amateur. With this, Maxim would be able to take control of the belly ashes and activate their combat protocols. If what I'm reading here means what I think, then Comrade Sechenov is in 6 layers of deep shit.
Well done. Someone did the homework, it seems.
He's in trouble. Why?
Because our little Vanya is likely the one who lifted the combat restrictions on all the robots, which means this chaos wasn't just a bug in the system. It was targeted.
Well, that seems like it's both better than we thought and worse than we thought. It means that the initial design is indeed safe, but it means that someone has control over them now, also.
Then you mean that he could be the one that sent that giant robot after us?
Probably.
I figured it would have been that P3 guy, or the twins.
Surprisingly not. Sorry, bro, the cyberpunk comes after this. So you'll have to wait. About 1.5 hours from now, more or less.
Taking in the preponderance of evidence, it's a good bet that Maxim is the one that orchestrated the robot's attack on the exhibition.
But come to think of it, we've got a great value cyberpunk in the form of collaboration with Atomic Heart. It's kind of like cyberpunk, but in Russia. To an extent, at least. So this collab is kind of on team.
Which isn't just the robots. He's also got his hands on the schematics for Sechenov's thought device.
Does that mean he might have tampered with them as well?
Probably, I would expect that.
It'd explain why the scientists up there are all going nuts.
Yep.
Do you think he intends to seize control of the entire Collective 2.0 network?
The old woman puts down the files and grabs the frame from the table.
I knew this little project of Sechenov's would wind up with everyone insane or brain dead. Politician, scientist, journalist. No one is meant to have that kind of power.
Kind of true.
But it seems our Vanya already had a screw loose before he put on that thing. He could be plotting something far more dangerous.
He was such a sweet boy. Why would he want to destroy this place?
I don't recall if in Atomic Heart itself it was Vanya / Maxim that did the initial sabotage, but I vaguely recall that it was someone creating a very similar sabotage as this.
Whatever his reason, we can't let him get away with it.
Our goal is clear. We must put a stop to him.
That's easier said than done. We don't have an army, we don't even have weapons. How are we going to get to Maxim with a single shotgun between us?
Well, X, you are forgetting one very important tidbit. You are all wizards. You've got Arcanum to use. And we've established already that it works on robots and whatnot in this reality. So, just start blasting.
But I get the feeling you can help us with that, am I right?
You're a smart kid. But what I've got probably still won't do much against an army of robots.
Wait. Is this old woman from Soviet Union going to be giving out guns to kids? Questionable, to say the least.
Don't sweat it, Granny. That's where I come in.
What do you have planned, X?
What are you planning?
Yeah, Mesmer is already concerned. X looks around and snaps his fingers.
To do what I do best. Improvise.
And now I'm concerned.
Dear me. Where did you find all these things?
He scavenged / stole them, probably, knowing him. X totes a bundled tablecloth and spills out its contents over the table. Clock, gears, butter knives, spray cans of lubricant amid a menagerie of other knickknacks. He tilts his head and winks at the old woman.
I collected them from the other rooms. Don't worry, we'll return whatever we don't need.
Translation: he stole them.
You little gremlin. You'll return the rest, and help me clean up after this is over.
X is basically an RPG open world RPG protagonist, stealing everything that is not bolted down. He would make V from Cyberpunk proud.
Are you telling me you plan to upgrade my guns with this load of crap? I'll buy it. Now show me how.
Interesting that she's so trusting with him. X lays out several old guns and starts working on improvements alongside Granny Zina.
This should work. Give this one a try, won't you?
Thank you.
I fashioned an electromagnetic accelerator to the muzzle, as you requested. You take care of the rest, X. Wait, what's that you added to your gun?
Well, they are creating railguns. That's nice.
A music box. It happened to have a component I needed. And, as a byproduct, we'll get to enjoy music while we fight.
How horrifying. He made that dubstep gun. X winds up the music box and allows it to play. A sweet melody escapes its chiming mechanisms. Okay, yes, that's corrected. Not dubstep gun. This is a classical music gun.
Why did you pick that song of all things, boy?
I mean, it is a classic.
I didn't. It was already programmed into it. Why do you ask?
That's fair.
Oh, it's nothing really. The melody reminds me of my daughter.
Is everyone geared up?
Armed to the teeth and ready to take out some robotic trash.
So wait, are those upgrades purely technological, or did they add some Arcanum flair to it?
Just please, keep the fight away from this place.
I promise nothing.
Hold on. Maybe we should decide on a plan first.
A plan?
A grenade is tossed into the open space to draw the Beliash's attention. As soon as it explodes, the killing machine charges towards the old lady like a hound. Protect the old lady. This is
wanted
basically
a
an
plan, didn't
80s
you?
movie now. Yep, this is an 80s B-class movie. Amazing.
How do you like that?
Those guns looked a little bit like the one seen in Men in Black, the first one, with Wesley Snipes. Wait, no, it wasn't Wesley Snipes, it was... God damn it, I forgot the name of the actor and replaced it with another. God damn it. Now I gotta Google it. Will Smith, right, Jesus Christ. I replaced Will Smith with Wesley Snipes in my head. I'm being silly. Zinnia lays her foot on the powered-off balayage, her shoes sizzling against the heated metal.
You're as wild as ever, old friend.
We're safe for now. It should take a while before Maxim sends another of his murder bots after you.
From what I vaguely recall of Atomic Heart, that Granny was an ex-soldier from Soviet Union, I think?
So, what's next?
We find Maxim and stop him before more people get hurt.
And ideally, we'll clear our names as well.
First, I think I'd like to let Maxim learn how it feels to be on the receiving end of one of these metal monstrosities.
And how do you plan to achieve that?
Huh?
X approaches the balayage's interface and connects it to the... connects to it with his thought device. Right.
Clever. I wouldn't mind having a big angry metal poppy on our side.
I appreciate Maxim leaving behind those documents. It's made it much easier to replicate his hacking exploits.
Okay, counter hacks it is. It really is this great value cyberpunk right now.
Like that. Fantastic. Now let's turn on this speaker so you can communicate with us.
Communicate with us. Like Nora and the twins?
Fat chance of that. A balayage doesn't have that kind of processing power.
Originally they don't, but if X fiddles around with it enough, maybe it will.
Processing power. But that can't be the sole factor, can it? The twins appear to have more processing power than Nora, and they even claim to have an emotional expression module. But they don't seem to have much of any emotions at all.
Theoretically, they could just be very professional.
Right. Vesper Jr. shakes her head, tapping the side of her face slightly.
Never mind. Perhaps I'm just projecting my own biases. Who's to say what motivates a robot's heart?
Almost a title drop. Almost. X shrugs his shoulders, then presses the balayage's reset button and steps back. Its engine roars to life again, and the killing machine gets back on its feet.
Good boy. Come on over here, pup.
Come on, X, it's not a dog. The pup staggers towards X and crouches by his feet.
Well done, young man. This puppy of yours should be more than sufficient evidence of Maxim's involvement, if you can get it to the exhibition hall.
Or they will accuse us, like before.
Are you coming with us, Granny Zena?
Me? Oh, no, I think not. You kids are on your own from here.
Well, one granny lost from the team.
After a fight like that, I almost feel young again. Almost. But I'm not stupid enough to run towards trouble at my age.
Well, that's fair, I guess. Sina puts away her gun and walks back to her wooden hut.
Better get back to looking for that daughter of yours, right?
Mind your own business, you old blabbermouth.
Goodbye, children.
Thank you for your help, Tamara. Granny Xena. Goodbye.
Ix's Beliash stands up to see the kind-hearted ladies off.
Let's go, pup.
He made himself a friend. Okay. So we can do the fight just to show it to you, because that was the before and after story bits, skipping the fight itself.
It's an honor to meet you.
So this was the Beliash fight involved. Can
This
show off
robot is
how
programmed to follow
the
a certain attack pattern, but you're not. Improvise, kids.
right, and there's story bits in the fight itself, so we will be showing them after all. As I was saying, I can show off how the twins work after I gas them up.
You're more than just scientists. That much is obvious. You're crazier and bolder than you look.
We are action scientists. Come to think of it, the whole entire team is kind of like the one seen in the Girl Genius webcomic. I highly recommend it to anyone who likes this vibe of mad science. I gotta catch up on it sometime.
There's a thin line between genius and madness. We tend to skip rope over it.
I'll take that as a compliment of our mental alacrity, Granny.
You kids remind me of my daughter.
Is that a compliment?
Enough pep talk. Let's take this hunk of bolts down.
Alrighty then. So we are starting with an ultimate, because that's what the twins do now. It's hefty, let me tell you. Starts with 4000 damage. Every energy spent increases it by 400, and once you go to 6, 9 and 12 energy, it will gain 2000 for every step. So it's amazing. It kicks for 500,000 on the regular basis. So we'll do it like that. We've got 8 points from this. 9 will be ideal, but 6, but 8 is fine as well. And we can also debuff. Now watch this bullshit. Fireworks engaged.
Time for the curtain call.
Get blasted, fools. Yeah, almost 1 million.
That wasn't even as tough as waking up an
So,
old factory
how
man.
about that? I call this a good start to a fight. Honestly, the regular damage might not be as high as a full plant prompto team, but they have bursts. The burst damage is quite impressive. So, that was stage 7, now stage 8. No fights in this one. Crazy to be. Noise and chaos fills the excavation hall again, as P3 and the twins deal with the escalating situation.
It's another one of them has gone barking mad. What the hell is going on?
I'm still kind of mad that we aren't getting P3 as a unit. He would be cool with his multi-tool glove and whatnot, and just straight up guns. We had the regular humans as units before, namely recently Enigma, so this would work too.
A little help here? Hold his legs down.
Affirmative.
Let me go!
Sir, you're being rescued. Do not resist.
How many does that make so far?
Based solely on our observations, this is the 7th individual to experience a serious psychiatric break.
Well, we already know that the devices have been hacked.
Crispy critters. Left. Are there any sedatives we can use on him? Think the repair vendor could synthesize some?
Come to think of it, this whole hack/sabotage makes me think more of Deus Ex now that I think of it. It's more similar to that situation.
The repair vendor has experienced a serious emotional malfunction, Comrade Major.
Oh, he dealt with her already, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Damn it. You mean that crazy fridge can't even repair herself?
P3 jumps down from the platform, wiping away beads of sweat that now cover his forehead.
At least we tied him down. Thanks, ladies. Wouldn't have expected these brainiacs to be so tough. It'd be easier if they were robots. All they need is a bullet to the head.
Well, technically, all they need is a bullet to the head as well, if you don't want to save them.
Comrade Major, please be mindful of your choice of words. There are international experts present. We should not need to remind you of your mission.
Right, he was never much of a PR guy.
Avoiding a scandal by killing every possible witness could be an interpretation of our mission parameters.
Well, it would fit with the modus operandi of the Soviet Union.
Can it, Glove? You know that's not what I meant.
Didn't you though?
Situation's looking bleak, though. We've already got 7 of these lunatics, and there's no telling if or when the rest of this crowd are gonna join them. Plus, we still have to find those spy kids and figure out why that Belyash went rogue.
We've been upgraded to spies now.
Oh yeah. That reminds me. How'd your investigation pan out, right?
I have cross-referenced our visitor logs with the official invitee list. Besides the supposed young doctors, there was another mismatched record, a journalist.
Right, that Maxim/Vanya guy.
What's that sound?
Warning, large heat signature detected.
The hell?
Identifying machine code MA9 Belyash.
That the one that switched itself on?
Huge shadow is cast over the broken glass of the assembly shop, in the middle of which lie several red dots that seemingly imply danger. As the airtight door opens, the twins extend their claws and P3 raises his shotgun, scanning for a target. Didn't have an AK in hands? Maybe he switched. A massive shadow lumbers into the light.
Oh, please don't hurt me.
Ah? I beg your pardon? The Belyash speaks as it raises its hands into the air.
Please, listen.
Okay, that's new.
Huh?
Weren't they supposed to be unable to speak? The once again powered down Belyash lies huddled in the corner as Left approaches to inspect it.
You're saying this Maxim guy is behind the attack?
That's right. The files we found in the access logs from the Belyash should
Oh,
prove it.
so that was the one controlled by X. Well, that makes sense, I guess. Use it as a drone.
What do you think about that, Glove?
Why are you asking your glove for advice?
Allow me a moment, Major.
Spending the files in the air above its tentacles, the glove scans through the documents page by page. Magic paint glove. Tell me what to do. I wonder if anyone will get that reference.
Analysis complete. There are 2 unauthorized access logs in the MA9's database. The access exploit used is materially similar to the one we found in Nora's log. But there is a newer entry, and it appears that the second hacker has left a program behind that I am unable to parse.
Right, so he left traces.
That would be me.
Oh.
It's a patented and highly classified coding language. I'd advise against removing it for now. Otherwise, Maxim might regain control.
Never mind, that was X.
Looky here. This seems to be a record of how our guy broke into the network. Any clue if it's the same one they used to crack the database?
P3 hands one of the files over to left.
Affirmative. It is reasonable to conclude that Maxim is responsible for the malfunctions affecting Nora, the VOV-A6, and this MA9 Bellyash. And therefore, that he is also responsible for the wider attack on the exhibition hall.
Well, that simplifies things.
If our foreign friends are correct, that may only be part of his plans. According to these files, he may also have tampered with the thought devices.
Well, at this point it's almost a given.
So what's he aiming at?
Charles turns another page in the air as he answers the question.
His already demonstrated sophistication with robotics suggests he could have easily adapted the thought device. To start with, he is likely using his own device to control the facility's robots remotely. But it's only logical to conclude his aim was to bring about an international uproar, to disrupt the launch of Collective 2.0.
Makes sense. He did express his concerns over the entire system.
If that's the case, could he also have something to do with what's happening to the scientists?
A reasonable hypothesis, to be certain.
Crispy critters, we've jabbered enough. Let's just find this asshole and beat the truth out of him. Do we know his location, ladies?
I find it amusing how the censored his usual profanities. Because I recall he didn't hold back in the original game.
There have not been any registered turbine departures since the beginning of the attack. We can infer that the suspect is still somewhere within the confines of this platform.
If he's still here, then he must have intended to observe things from a secure location. Is there a room in this facility where you might be able to monitor the entire exhibition center? Somewhere secure?
Excluding offline locations. Analyzing security and monitoring feasibility. Conclusion: the power control room.
Do we have some way to check if he's there?
Affirmative. Provided the communication system linking these locations is not damaged.
Left attempts to contact the power control room. After several failures, the connection goes through.
Are you there, Comrade Maxim?
Well, is he really going to reply? There's no response from the other end of the line. But even if he was there, why would he reply?
We must conclude that your attack on this facility and the staff here has some specific purpose or goal. Are you willing to open negotiations?
No response.
No response. Maybe he's not home?
Or maybe he's playing on time.
Comrade, you should be warned that...
Maxim, we've been to your hideout. We know you were there recently. We saw things from your childhood there. Your belongings, the toys you played with, even your family photos. A woman there, Tamara, told us your real name is Vanya.
Interesting. And how is going...
I recognize your voice. Dr. Verton, I presume.
Okay, so he responded to that.
You're wasting your time. And you don't have a lot of that left. You're a Sechenov. I'm not going anywhere. So if you're planning to kill me, do it. But it won't stop a damned thing.
Okay, so we've got a full-blown terrorist on our hands. The line cuts out.
This guy's got a death wish. What's he planning?
Well, I'm assuming that he has a bone to pick with Sechenov himself, so he's probably trying to discredit him?
Whatever it is, he's made it clear where to find him. The power control room.
There's a sudden burst of commotion from the huddle of survivors.
Hey, Alexei! Stay with me, pal! Somebody, please! He needs help!
In a corner, a familiar scientist holds on to his shaking friend.
I'm here. What's happening? I don't know. He's starting to seize up like the others.
Let me guess, he has that thought device on him.
Time me up. Don't let me.
Yeah, got it.
The two men lift the scientist and carry him off into the next room. They've barely left the site before the screams begin. E3 returns with a dark, haunted expression. The other scientist follows behind him, sagging low at the shoulders.
Crispy critters. Can't wait to get my hands on that son of a bitch.
Hold things down here for me, will you, ladies? I'm about to carve a warpath straight to him.
And he would, considering the kind of bullcrap he went through in the main game.
Comrade Major, before he severed that connection, Maxim warned that killing him would not be sufficient to stop his plans. Perhaps further investigation is needed.
Sounds reasonable.
And what's your big idea? Wait around until all these eggheads crack?
It remains a matter of critical importance that we determine the nature of their neurological distress.
Well, I'm presuming you're not specialists on that. E3 stops himself at the doorway, breathing out a long, harsh breath. The gallery has fallen silent, punctuated sporadically by muffled screams echoing from the scientists tied up in the assembly shop.
Hold on. I think I have a theory.
Okay, let's hear it.
Go on.
Alexei put on his device a little before I did. So maybe these things are a kind of ticking time bomb. The longer you wear one, the more likely any little bump will set you off?
Well, that's one idea.
That would explain why it isn't happening all at once.
X reaches for the thought device on his temple. He ponders things for a moment and then lets his hand fall.
But that means we're all in danger of going off without warning.
Just disconnect then.
That includes me.
Okay, X, then it's time to disconnect the device, right? The others look to X with newfound concern for their colleague.
There's no reason to think I'm immune. I polymerized myself and installed the device around the same time as they did.
This wasn't the data we were hoping to collect.
There are harsher words resting on her tongue, but she bites them back.
I know you wanted a deeper understanding of this world, but why did you take such a massive risk? Think about the ramifications. You could lose your mind. Or worse, your life.
I would be careful about your wording there, Mesmer.
This is an absolute disaster. I should never have let things get this far.
There's always a method to these things, Mesmer. We aren't finished yet.
X points at his thought device.
Progress requires risk. We've always believed that. As researchers, we discover truth through experimentation. Now, we have one critical piece of the puzzle, and the minds to crack it.
Are you suggesting we try to dissect a thought device to pinpoint how it causes these psychotic breaks?
I mean, it would be one way to do it.
Precisely.
The therapist takes a moment to weigh the risk before she agrees.
You're right. There's no use complaining now. We have an opportunity to make the most of the time we have left.
You're kidding me. We're going to rely on a couple of teenagers to fix this. Nah, fuck that. Back to plan A. I'm gonna go beat the answers out of Maxim.
Fair enough, that would be his answer. That checks out.
Wait, Major. The people here need you. Besides, he already made his intentions clear. He'll die before telling us anything. We have to solve this problem ourselves. What's more, it seems your companion is the only one here with any working knowledge of the thought device. We'll need—
Someone still needs to get him before he causes more trouble.
Right, I've skipped that part. We'll need his help. Makes sense.
Then allow me to go. As a neutral party, I might have a better chance to negotiate with him.
Actually, yes, but you're also not a trained soldier, Vertin. He is.
Are you insane?
Fair question.
This is a life or death operation, kid. Not a field trip. I'm not about to let you walk out there and get torn apart by those robots.
We will not let that happen, Comrade Major.
Oh, so we are getting an escort of the twins. That could work. Mesmer Jr. and X have put on hazmat suits and safety goggles borrowed from the assembly room, ready to start the experiment.
I know it may be hard to believe, but we're trained researchers. I was practically raised in the lab.
True.
We may have come here under false pretenses, but we're proven and capable scientists. We can handle this.
Mesmer Jr. and X nod in unison and begin working on the thought device.
I guess that means the summit's back on.
To an extent. Okay, so that's another part done. Those two were fairly long. So this was part 8. Now part 9. An interesting imagery there. Betting in a princess carry. Okay, so where's the story? The twins run along a damaged corridor, followed by the visitor and the repurposed Beliash.
The power control room is up this staircase. We must travel another 80 meters forward, turn left, and then reach the room at the end of the corridor. Our present speed may not be sufficient given the threat Maxim poses to the facility. Comrade, would you allow me to carry you?
Sure, why not?
If that's what's needed.
Well, Bettin is many things, but Olympic sprinter she is not. Wait a second, let me pour myself a drink. There we go. I can hydrate myself. The sleek robot bends down to scoop the visitor into her arms and then launches into a forward sprint. A crash of scraping metal thunders above them.
Structural failure imminent. Please brace for impact. The sudden lockdown of that doorway is unlikely to have been accidental. Maxim may be aware of our approach.
That will make sense. You good there, Vertin?
Comrade Doctor, are you hurt?
I'm fine. It's only the dust.
Apologies, comrade. I will attempt to warn you should I perform a slide of that nature in the future.
So she slid under the door with Vertin in hand. That's kind of impressive.
It's quite all right. Let's just keep moving.
There's another thundering sound above them, but this one is different, like heavy footsteps.
Warning, large heat signature approaching from above.
A heavily armed Beliash drops down from the ceiling. So that's our fight. Right stands in front of the left, shielding the companion from debris.
Scanning. Heavy firepower detected. Another Beliash variant adapted by Maxim. Defensive matrices engaged.
And this is when the fight will be happening. A temporary lab has been built in the corner of the assembly shop.
We have 2 unused thought devices to examine before we poke around in anyone's head.
Makes sense.
Let me see them.
P3 reaches out his gloved hand towards Mesmer Jr., so Charles can interact with the thought device directly.
This device appears to be around 3 grams heavier than its technical specifications.
That means additions.
Go on then. Let's poke around inside.
As you say, Major.
Charles' tentacles inspect the device and find a narrow gap between the shell and the plate. The shell splits open.
That is unusual.
Looks like some kind of a crystal added. Charles raises the shell with 2 tentacles, displaying its insides to the others.
This residue shouldn't be here.
I do believe we've discovered our smoking gun.
So, what is it?
Good question.
See that? Something broke apart when we opened it up, spilling out this gunk.
Allow me to conduct a quick analysis. It's a synthetic compound. A dissolving capsule made of polymer-soluble material with a biogel inside.
Okay.
Oh, I understand now.
Understand what? Enough with the suspense.
Simply put, I believe Maxim inserted a capsule of polymer-soluble material into these thought devices.
Okay, but what did they contain?
Once it makes contact with the user's own polymer, the capsule begins to degrade, breaking with time or pressure, until it releases its contents directly into their bloodstream.
Right, so it's like a time bomb, effectively.
Make it simple for me, Chuck.
It's a poisonous time bomb.
So, when it goes off, it shoots a crazy pill straight into their brains?
More or less.
We'll need to do further tests to determine its full effects, but it's possible that the toxin may ultimately be fatal.
We don't have time for empty speculation, gentlemen. May I take a look?
Well, Mesmer, do your thing. The investigation continues. P3 stands tapping his foot, impatiently craning his neck away from the operation table. He's been reduced from soldier to Charles's glorified lab chair.
We done yet? I'm getting a cramp standing like this.
Well, it do be like that sometimes.
Almost. Hold me higher. I can't see the screen.
Yeah. What did I do to deserve this? I should be out there smashing heads.
You are a vital asset to this operation, Major. I couldn't have done this without you.
Well, Technically, you could if you had a movable armature of some kind.
Oh, gee. You're gonna make me tear up, Charles.
A mobile platform at the Major would be not exactly needed in this instance.
I think I've isolated the substance. Do you recognize this molecular structure, X?
No. It could be that this molecular structure is unique to the science of this world. Maybe we can preserve a sample for study back at Laplace.
Maybe don't. I've seen enough horror movies to see where this could go.
You do understand your life may depend on this, don't you? Is there a chemist here? We're having trouble identifying this substance.
I can help. I have a doctorate in medicinal biochemistry.
Close enough.
You did seem to be an expert in intoxicants. Have you sobered up yet?
Right.
Call me a drunk if you like, but I'm a drunk that got invited to this international summit. Now show me the damned report.
Honestly, in Soviet Union, calling a scientist a drunk is like calling water wet.
I thought you said you were scientists. This one was almost trivial. Even a high schooler could identify it.
Really?
Oh, but this is a tricky one. Its structure looks similar to adamantane. It's a novel kind of synthetic neurotoxin. Quite brilliant, in fact. Maxim could have gotten a patent certificate from the Discovery and Invention Committee.
Focus, please. You're all in serious danger.
I can make a list of compounds that may help neutralize the toxin, but there's no way to guarantee anything.
Well, a maybe is still better than nothing.
In an ideal clinical environment, we would run trials to determine effective antidotes. Are there any lab animals here?
Does the Major count?
If only we'd invited Medicine Pocket along.
Medicine Pocket catching strays.
I doubt we'll be able to find any living animals here. We'll have to test the reactivity on blood samples. Maybe we can collect it from the scientists that have died.
I would advise against that. There are too many variables in testing blood from deceased subjects. We need living cellular tissue.
Okay, any volunteers?
Hold on a minute. Isn't there an obvious fix for all of this?
Which is?
Major, I assure you, if there were, we would have thought of it before now.
Hear me out. Why don't we just rip these things off of everyone's head before they can release the poison?
Well, honestly, I've got that question as well.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Maxim accounted for that particular possibility, unfortunately.
Oh.
The capsule is purposefully fragile. Once it's been connected, any kind of tampering with the device is likely to break it early.
So like a tick, kind of.
It's an ingenious trap.
You see, Major? It's too risky. We could end up hastening their descent into madness rather than saving them.
Simply put, we do more harm than good.
Okay, got it. Just figured I'd make sure we weren't missing the obvious. Now what? Do we just hope no one dies between now and whenever we can round up some guinea pigs?
Actually, Major, you might just have inspired me. In absentia of any cavia porcellus, we do have the next best thing.
Mesmer shots a sudden frown at X, already guessing at his plan.
You're crazy.
We extract a reduced dosage of the neurotoxin and inject it into me. Then, we test out the antidote systematically until one works.
That's a horrible plan.
You already sound insane.
So, just like regular X then. Okay, that was a long one. Let's look into that fight that we've skipped. Right. So just another fight with the Beliash. Hacking the collective and now upgrading robots with high-powered weapons. He has the makings of a brilliant engineer, so why bother with the journalism act? It may not be an act, comrade. The proliferation of advanced robotics through the Soviet society has meant people across many professions have the time and access to master mechanical design. All the same, it seems he learned a lot from his father. Right, because his father was kind of an inventor, right? We've established that. Okay, so... Wait, why am I not starting with an ultimate ready? That's weird. Seems like... Huh, and my cards are not upgraded. That's weird. Let me check something. Exit. I would win the fight anyway, but I don't understand why this is happening. Manual, right. Ah, right, they are selected as an assist unit. Don't know why. Ah, this is a scenario-based difference. I cannot use my twins. Can I have 2 copies? Nope. Oh well. Okay, we are using underpowered twins then. Kind of unfortunate. But on the other hand, it's cool that they are giving you a taste of them. Of how they work on a basic level. So, what are we doing?
I can hear it. Well, I'm good.
Something like this, maybe?
Restraint is part of the training. Tu peux la jeter maintenant. La charme d'opéra.
We'll just rely on our other team members and let the twins do their thing passively.
Don't worry. I'll avoid delivering any lethal injuries.
Repolymerizing. Polymer
Okay.
release function engaged.
There we go.
Are there any injuries? Just give me a...
That's a fight done. And this was... this one. Part 9. Before we continue, I'll take a short bathroom break, so I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so continuing. Please tell me that the Peacock Girl appears in this too? Which Peacock Girl? The outfit fits perfectly. Skullgirls one? I'm not... Oh, you mean the girl from Skullgirls, Peacock. I know who you are talking about. Unfortunately, no, she's not part of it, but the general aesthetic kind of fits, I'll give you that. Okay, so we were at part 9, now part 10 it is. Jump into it.
Gutsy move, but are you sure about this kid? Besides, how do we know your device hasn't already triggered? If we inject more of that stuff into you, even an antidote might not be enough.
Well, he seems kind of normal for him at the very least.
It's the best solution I can see. Given I only became polymerized earlier today, I should be especially sensitive to a polymer-based poison. My reaction will be easiest to observe in small, controlled doses.
It's an idea, I guess.
It's what Madame Lucy would do.
Laughing Chuni? Wars. He's a nerd.
No, it isn't. She would never approve of such an irresponsible act of self-sacrifice. Nor will I. Let's just hope that Vertin can convince Maxim to give up an antidote. I won't allow you to gamble your life on this while there is still a chance to find the solution another way.
The argument has drawn the attention of the still sane scientists.
Sorry, miss, but I think your colleague is right. Dangerous as his plan is, we don't have time to wait. Every minute that passes, more of us could be exposed.
Well, are you volunteering to be the guinea pig then? Be the test subject?
This is exactly what I was afraid of, X. Your irresponsible nature is practically infectious.
Is that walkie-talkie connected to her head? Honestly, I have no idea. I think it's connected to her earring, maybe? Also, it's a detection device of some kind. I don't have details on that, but we've seen her before. I think you've seen her before, even. Well, I don't think that it goes behind the earring. It's hard to tell, honestly, from this angle.
You just had to drag this whole world down with that special brand of arcanist madness.
Well, it could be connected to her as well. I have no idea.
Hold on, Mesmer. I didn't set off this chain of events. Call me a mad scientist if you like, but I don't deserve the blame for what's happening here.
I don't care who's to blame. I still won't let you do this to yourself.
This isn't the time to argue, kids. Maybe you're infecting me with arcane madness, or maybe the poison already got to my head. Doesn't matter. I'll do it. I'll be your guinea pig.
Right. I cannot pronounce guinea pig for the life of me on the fly. Only when someone pronounces it beforehand.
Besides, I've put myself through regular trials of intoxication for most of my life. What's another neurotoxin?
I mean, I want to argue, but he's not wrong.
That's not the point.
No, it's not. The point is that I'm not letting a kid put himself on the line on my account.
Admirable.
My vision's starting to get blurry. Good bet I'm already exposed, so let's get on with it.
If that's the case, we may as well try. But I'm not happy with it.
All right, nice and tight.
After confirming that Ethan is securely tied, Mesmer Jr. takes out an injector that she brought from Laplace. Using a familiar tool makes her feel a little more at ease.
Hey, kid. You don't have to do this yourself if you don't agree. It's a simple injection.
Shush. I'm the only other person here with medical experience. I would never have allowed anyone to do this back home. I guess I'm the mad scientist now.
Mesmer Jr. stabs the needle into Ethan's arm, but pushing the plunger down in a slow, even release.
Your body temperature is rising, likely a reaction to the toxin or the antidote. How do you feel?
My limbs are numb, and my eyes are losing focus. Feels like I'm staring up at the northern lights.
First antidote not working. We'll observe you over the next 5 minutes and then try the next one.
Mesmer?
What now? We're doing what you wanted, aren't we? Just leave me to my work.
Mesmer Jr. tries not to lose her temper as she looks back at the X.
The antidotes could react to each other if applied on the same subject. So, why not try the next one on me?
Why is he so eager to be the test subject?
It's about time. I'm beginning to experience symptoms. Diplopia, nausea, the works.
You'd better come back with a solution, Burton.
Planning for vaults in Fallout probably started in similar circumstances as this? Actually, no. The plan, according to the lore presented by Bethesda, the planning for the vault started in a Kashi office of Vault-Tec before the war even started. Because according to the latest lore, and that's a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear that, plug your ears, the Vault-Tec started the war to make their business model viable, so to speak, for the vaults. This is known since Fallout 3, isn't it? Not exactly. There were hints like that in the previous games, but this little bit of information was dropped in the Fallout TV series. Well, not TV series, the web series, so to speak. You know, the one on... what was the platform? I think it wasn't on Netflix, right? It was on Amazon Prime, right? Yeah, the hints were there in the games previously, but it wasn't strongly confirmed beforehand. Okay, the Beliash that crashed through the ceiling is now lying on the ruins it created.
Combat concluded. No signs of injury or damage. We should return to our mission, comrades.
It's at this moment that she notices a slight inconsistency between the twins' movements.
Left. Are you all right?
Running diagnostic.
Are you hurt?
Negative. Test complete. All systems functioning. We can proceed.
Huh, maybe she was hacked as well?
The breach in the ceiling will allow us to compensate for lost time. Transport mode activated.
Left sweeps her companion into her arms again, preparing to jump up from the Beliash's remains.
Again, please brace for impact.
Not to worry. I feel quite safe in your arms.
I am pleased to hear that, Comrade Doctor.
Left nods at her companion. She then jumps nimbly through the hole in the ceiling to reach the second floor. The warning lights flash as the airtight door creaks open, illuminating the power control room.
Please be careful, comrade. We advise you to stay outside of the room until it is secured.
That must be why Sechenov always preferred the company of robots. Always ready to sacrifice themselves for the good of humanity.
Well, isn't that what they are designed for? Maxim sits relaxedly in a soft chair in front of the instrument panel.
I wonder what you really think. Do you see other robots as your people? Does that emotion module of yours prick with doubt or pain when you see your kind die?
We are not obligated to answer your questions, Maxim.
But if you don't want to answer them, that is an answer in of itself, technically.
Well, I suppose the real question is, can a robot truly even die? That's a question that would have fascinated me when I was younger.
Maxim, what did you do to the thought devices?
What makes you think I would tell you?
Well, we could ask nicely, I guess. Maxim stands up, fixing his wrinkled trousers.
I'm not from here. I don't know what Collective 2.0 means to you or to this country. I just want to understand. You expressed concerns about it before. Maybe you think the world would be better off without it. I don't know. But what I do know is that what you've done here is wrong. Whatever the intention was, it wasn't worth killing innocent people.
Whatever the intention. You're more right than you know, young lady.
Well, she was dealing with extremists before, back at home. So she has experience with that train of thought. A huge robot with a round belly appears behind Maxim.
But I'm not special. Making ends justify the means. That's just the way we do things here. Haven't you figured that out?
And this is where the fight would happen, probably. Okay, the robot is torn apart, its components scattering all over the floor. Sparks pop from its torn wiring, lightening Maxim's dispirited face.
Target down. Area secured.
Please, Maxim, tell us. Is there an antidote or at least some way to prevent exposure?
Is that your best effort? The Argentum unit would have at least brought truth serum.
Well, we are not associated with the spies of this country.
If you were trying to stop Collective 2.0 from launching, you already succeeded. There's no way they'll release it on schedule after everything that happened here. Do more people really need to die just to make this a bigger scandal?
Well, she has kind of a point, but I don't think that he's going to buy that one. Maxim places one hand on his temple, pondering, then lets it fall to his side.
Sechenov deserves every punishment coming to him. But you're right. I never wanted people to suffer in vain.
Fair enough, I stand corrected.
There is an antidote.
Abnormal heart rhythm detected. Comrade Doctor, be careful. He may be engaging in deception.
Or maybe he's just distraught.
It's all right. Please, Maxim, just share it with us.
It's a simple antidote. Though, I'm afraid I'll be taking the first dose.
Is he affected by the poison? Oh, that's what he meant. Okay, I guess it's an antidote of sorts.
One shot of lead to end the suffering of a hopeless man in this hopeless country!
Maxim,
Oh.
no!
Hey, so he is really out of his mind. Fair enough. That solves the problem to an extent. We don't have an antidote, but at least we don't have a maniac to deal with. Hey, let's see how this fight looked like.
Ich werde meine Pflicht erfüllen.
Was there any lore to this, or just a fighting sequence? Oh, no lore. Okay, we just have to break its knees. Duly noted. Can do that.
Just another. I can hear it.
There we go.
Let me handle
This
the
should
pain.
do it.
It is here. Laundry time. Unnecessary counterattack. Oh, this lens.
Interacting with polymer. Polymer release
Okay,
function.
deploy the lasers.
That weren't even as tough as waking up an old.
Easy enough. So, next part it is. Wait, why did it skip one part? Do I have to select it manually? Okay. So, part 11. Retrofuturism. Still have time to do this. Okay. One by one, the other scientists volunteer themselves. They come wordlessly and resign to do or die for the good of all the others. The only sound in the room is the dull moaning of the insane. It's interesting to see that so many people are so prone to sacrifice themselves in this setting. Usually, regular people are more concerned about their own well-being than the well-being of others. Masmer Jr. crosses another item off the list. There's been no sign of improvement from any attempt yet.
Atropine, vinactazine, pralidoxime. We've almost tried everything.
Well then, maybe you need to start mixing things.
Maybe obidoxime? We'd have to be extremely careful with the dose.
It worked! We found it!
Huh? Mesmer Jr. bolts upright at the exclamation, though she balances optimism and pessimism as she follows the voice to its source.
The sixth antidote worked! Subject 6 has regained consciousness!
Oh, crispy critters, finally.
Don't celebrate yet. It could be terminal lucidity. We'll need to observe him a little longer, but we can start preparing his antidote for the others. If we determine it's effective, we'll start treatment in order of severity and length of seizure.
Mesmer Jr.'s commands are carried out immediately. Soon the first group of patients regains consciousness.
Phew. That's an immediate amelioration of symptoms. I think we've found our winner.
Good.
It's strange. I can almost feel the polymer reacting inside me.
It's possible that you're more sensitive to the treatment, just like you predicted.
So what was the answer? Are they going to tell us?
I think you may have saved my life, Mesmer.
Just don't ever make me have to do this for you again. No more random injections. Got it?
I'm guessing that he's going to promise nothing on that front.
That's asking a lot for a Laplace researcher, don't you think?
This isn't Laplace. You really can be insufferable sometimes. What happened to the power? Is anyone using a respirator? Get them on a backup immediately.
It's not the power. Everything's still running.
Ah, so just the lights?
Self-destruct sequence activated. Countdown. 15 minutes.
I beg your pardon? Why? I mean, Maxim is dead, isn't he? Did he trigger this somehow?
Self-destruct sequence?
Mesmer Jr. and Little X. Mesmer Jr. and Little X. Your parent is waiting for you at the power control room. Repeat. Your parent is waiting for you at the power control room.
I have several questions.
Huh?
That has to be Vertin. She might be in trouble. I guess we'll have to go find our parent.
Well, she is kind of the minder, to an extent. The half-mad scientists sit up and unties the ropes around his body while his colleagues rolls her eyes.
Looks like I don't need to worry about your condition. Are you sure you're ready for action?
Absolutely. Just as long as you don't expect me to be as dexterous as the twins.
But what about the other patients?
We've got things handled here. We even got the drunk back on his feet. Just go.
Tereshkova has sent out a broadcast to your colleagues. A large number of Maxim's robots appear to be leaving their patrol routes.
So what? Was this his dead man switch? Turning the self-destruct and making the robots attack all at once?
Given the circumstances, any attempt at evacuation will be a significant risk. Should we proceed?
We have to do whatever we can to preserve lives.
Understood. I will attempt to locate suitable vehicles within the facility. Comrade Doctor, your friends will arrive in 3, 2, 1.
Left opens the door, allowing two Laplace researchers to tumble inside. They look singed and smell of burning metal. As the door closes, a horde of violent robots slam up against the heavy door.
What's this about a self-destruct sequence, Furton? Where's Maxim?
Right over there, in the corner. Her eyes follow a glance down to the floor. Maxim lies in a pool of scarlet blood. A hole is pierced through his temple. His hand is still clutching the instrument of his demise.
I couldn't stop him. The sequence was activated as soon as he died.
So a dead man switch then, as we predicted?
It appears that Maxim programmed a tripwire into the facility's self-destruct protocols. The only way to abort the procedure is to enter the administrator password, which has been altered. Speculation.
And only Maxim knows the password.
Mesmer Jr. moves her eyes from Maxim to her companion and immediately connects why she is needed here.
I may be able to use artificial somnambulism to extract information from his dying brain matter, but there is a complication.
That's a new bit of information. Does this technique of hers even work on corpses? She needs not state the obvious to anyone present. A bullet went through his head. Right.
Let's hope he didn't destroy his hippocampus.
He's been polymerized, right? We already saw that it preserves some measure of the individual's brain activity after death.
For a moment or two.
But we can't possibly predict how artificial somnambulism would interact with a technology like that. And even so, we know that the polymer doesn't preserve life. It only extends a limited imprint. We can't be sure of the extent or even the stability of Maxim's memories.
Well, it's better than nothing, isn't it?
Diving into a dead man's dreams, even if we were fully equipped, and we're not, we could still end up lost in it.
Nevertheless, what other option do we have?
So, I'll play the mad scientist yet again. It's becoming a pattern working with you two. X, I'll need some improvised equipment. I'll make a list. I don't care if they run on a hamster wheel or marbles running down a course. Just make them functional.
Fair enough.
I'll facilitate your every expectation. Left, would you mind giving me a hand?
Searching for keywords. Artificial somnambulism. 0 results found. But I am at your service, comrade doctors.
Well, no surprises there.
First, we need a glass harmonica. Is there one here?
What now?
Unfortunately, the Polymer Exhibition Hall does not contain any musical instruments of that variety.
But it's essential for artificial somnambulism. X, can you build it?
So we are getting some backstory or technical specifications of this whole technique.
Sure. Give me 4 hours and a room the size of a football field.
That's not on the cards, I don't think.
This isn't the time for jokes. Left. Could you find a suitable substitute?
Searching for exhibits with similar functions and potentially useful raw materials.
As if waiting for the most dramatic moment, the repair vendor in the corner reactivates, baiting the room in red scanner light. Right, we forgot that it exists. Couldn't she synthesize most of the parts?
Sounds like you could use a little assistance.
Are you more cooperative now?
I can make you a glass harmonica, just so long as you give me what I need.
This is going to be weird, isn't it?
Nora, I thought you were out of commission.
Truth be told, I've been trying to get out of this place since the self-destruct sequence started, but I'm trapped here, alone and unloved.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
If only some handsome hero were around to carry me to safety. But since I don't want to die surrounded by a bunch of brats, how about you help a girl out and feed me?
We'll need as much glass as we can find.
Well, there is plenty of glass around. Case in point, that whole window in front of us. In no time at all, X has managed to direct the construction of an awkward but functional glass harmonica through the various parts and nearly fill up the entire room.
Your intuitive grasp of technology is astounding, Comrade Doctor. I have made a recording of your process for future reference.
I know I said you could make it any way you like, but will this thing really work?
Hey, whatever works.
I'm positively certain. It's an unorthodox design, I know, but the physics are sound.
I'll take your word for it. Now, who's going to dive into Maxim's dream?
Oof, I wouldn't dare be caught with such a hideous man. That hole in his head was practically an improvement.
That's harsh. He wasn't that bad looking.
Me! Let me try!
Of course he is the first one to volunteer. Why wouldn't he be?
No, you're the only one who can fix the machine if anything happens.
The number of candidates dwindles.
I'll go. I have experience stream diving.
Well, honestly, I would rather lose X than Vertin.
You may require the assistance of someone familiar with polymer-based technology. With your permission, I will accompany you, Comrade.
Will that even work?
It should be possible to send you both. I've created an interface on the device that Left can plug into directly.
Really?
I suggest against it. We can't afford to lose both of you.
Your concern is noted, Miss Mesmer. But the risks are greater if either of us goes alone.
I'm going to need a long vacation after this.
Probably. And a therapist. You could use a mirror for that.
Vertin, put the helmet on. Left, plug in. There may be a brief tingling sensation, but don't panic. It won't last.
A tingling?
Yes. One of the side effects of artificial somnambulism.
Understood. Ready to connect.
We trust you, Mesmer Jr. X.
Appreciate it, Vertin. I'll fortify the room as best as I can. We should be able to hold out for now.
All right. I'll guide you in.
So this is a new bit of information. Turns out that this technique of Mesmer's works on machines. To an extent at the very least. So, this was part 11. Now part 12. We still have time for it, right? Right. Okay. So, here's the story bit of it. Trapped in limbo.
Mama, when will you be back? Before you know it, Vanya.
Will I see you tomorrow? Mama? Mama?
Maxim's subconsciousness. Can you hear me, Vertin?
As I feared, the dream is unstable. There's abnormal data mixed in with Maxim's fading memories.
Makes sense considering that he's dead or dying.
I presume it's coming from the polymer.
It's a strange, dilapidated room. Through the doorway, it seems to lead to another seemingly identical room, and then another and another, as though it were a maze of mirrors.
I hear you, Mesmer. I think the room I'm in must be Maxim's home.
This dream is likely to be different from anything you've ever handled before. I don't know what lies ahead.
I'll be ready. Just keep things running up there.
A stately grandfather clock tolls in the time, and with it, a woman appears by the dining table.
Hurry up, Vanya.
Maxim trudges through the doorway and sits down at the table, not as a child, but as a full-grown man.
You'll have to head straight to school after breakfast. Remember what I told you.
So it's operating on literal dream logic.
Wash your hands, keep your mask on, and apply disinfectant as soon as you get home. That's right.
The woman holds up another finger, which, with each reminder, is the gentle sing-song instruction of a mother to her young child, completely oblivious to his apparent age. After that, the woman turns to the sink and goes through the motions of washing a dish, yet there is nothing in her hands. A moment later, she answers an unheard question.
No, Mama probably won't be home tonight. Neither will Papa. Have you finished? Off to school then. Let the teachers know right away if you feel ill. Understood?
So, this presumably was happening when he was a child and the plague was still around. The woman removes her apron and dons the doctor's coat as she bids Maxim a simple, affectionate goodbye. As she leaves, Maxim rises from his seat and stretches towards the grandfather clock. He pulls delicately on the minute hand, forcing it back counterclockwise.
Hurry up, Vanya.
So he's reliving this moment over and over? Maxim re-enters from the same door and sits at the dining table again.
Wash your hands, keep your mask on, and apply disinfectant as soon as you get
Everything
home.
proceeds just as it had before. A repeated moment, frozen in time.
This subliminal space bears notable similarities to Limbo.
Limbo? Like in the Divine Comedy?
The name was chosen based on its similarity to the liminal spiritual realm. We use it to refer to subconscious spaces generated by polymerized individuals. It appears that this bears a strong resemblance to the space created by your artificial somnambulism device. However, it is not clear if this space is in fact limbo, or a dream, or some reflection of them both.
Maxim does not react to the conversation, nor indeed even to his mother. He's just going through the motions over and over. He simply returns to the clock time after time, winding the moment back.
We're on a deadline, remember? We need to induce Maxim to recall his password. But try not to push him too hard. There's no telling what additional stress might do to the dream state. We're already operating in the margins. Maybe start by collecting clues from the surroundings.
So, ideally, we would make him think of the password via proxy of some kind.
This moment must be from Maxim's childhood. Do you have any idea what's going on?
No.
Speculation. This appears to be during the early months of the plague. During this time, hospitals were overloaded, and doctors were often forced to work long hours, isolated in quarantine zones.
Makes sense. Okay. As they talk, the clock's hands suddenly speed up, fast-forwarding the scene in the room until it chimes again. Maxim still sits at the dining table, staring out into the void.
Do you hear that?
They are announcing funerals, Comrade Doctor.
Maxim turns towards the door, his face expressionless and hollow. Cries seem to come from all sides of the room.
Come here, Vanya. Don't be afraid.
A man resembling Maxim crouches in front of him, hugging an invisible figure.
That must be Maxim's father.
Your mama is fine. I got a call from her earlier. She's just too busy to come home. You know, your mama is very brave. She is doing a great service for us all. Someone must go to the hospitals and take care of all the sick. I know you miss her. So do I. But there are others that need her more than we do now.
Andrei speaks gently to the invisible figure.
Now your papa has a job to do too. So you must stay here and take good care of yourself until we get back. Don't worry about me, son. I'll send our little robot round to say hi whenever I can.
The man produces a small robot from his pocket. It looks identical to the one in Maxim's family photo.
That sickness has hurt many people, but your papa will do something to stop it. Since robots never get sick, we'll have them keep the world spinning. That is how we will save our land and our people.
Andrei passes the invisible figure the little robot, though it disappears as soon as it leaves his hand.
Promise me, you'll take good care of yourself, Vanya.
The number of deaths had already exceeded 20 million at this point. Soviet society was on the verge of collapse. And the death toll continued to rise until Dr. Sechenov helped to invent the redemption vaccine using his polymer.
Shouldn't Maxim be grateful to Sechenov then? Maxim at least seems to react to the presence, though he does not turn to face them. Andrei leaves and the clock's hands speed up once more. Maxim returns to the dining table. The door opens. Two men in protective suits enter the room. Before they say anything, that same near-invisible presence rushes over to hug them, yet they seem to push it away.
You're mistaken, comrade. We're not your parents.
Right. They seem to have heard something and look at each other.
Listen, son. Can you gather up your family's papers? Then you'll need to come with us.
Presumably that means that his parents perished at this point.
Your parents... they...
Right.
Anyway, just follow us. We'll take you to them. Quickly.
Drawers open and close in rapid succession as the presence seems to follow their orders. After the last one is closed, the two men escort the invisible child outside. The clock stops ticking.
I think that might be all that's left of his memories.
Maxim at last turns to face them, though he gives them only a single empty glance before he staggers back towards the grandfather clock. This time, however, one of them stands in his way.
Who are you people? Leave me alone!
Maxim, you can still save lives before it's too late. It's time to let go.
Why?
Why?
tableware is speaking? The hell? Maxim's voice booms out everywhere and all at once. Even the knives and forks on the table clatter with his voice.
The day I left with those men, I saw my neighbor hugging her mother. She was back from the hospital. I remember they had a robot carrying her suitcases. One just like my father made. She survived. She didn't leave her child alone.
Okay, but how does this tie into him resenting Sechenov personally?
Why me?
Lack of the draw, or rather lack of it.
Why my family? It isn't right! My mother had saved her!
My father made the robots that took care of them. But they didn't get to come home. They left me alone. And all I had to remember them were the tattered medals the government gave me on their behalf.
I never learned where they were buried. They could be lying in some unknown, unmarked pit. Or buried away ass!
I know all too well how painful it can be to accept your loved one's sacrifice. But we have a responsibility to ensure their deaths were not in vain.
The tableware and the little robot collapse suddenly. Right. He's too focused on his own misery to see that there were millions of people in similar situations all over the world. A few memorials.
A few memorials. A few medals. And things changed.
Right.
People stopped remembering. They started saying that it was the collective that saved them.
Well, why don't you think that it was the case?
That's right. The collective. The collective.
So, I'm guessing that he's seeing this as belittling his parents' sacrifice to consider Sechenov to be the savior with his collective.
What a glorious, heartwarming name. It brings to mind all of those soldiers marching in lockstep in the celebratory parades. Thud, thud, thud. Behold our march to the future, comrades. We will build a new world forged by our hands. Aren't we all so proud of the collective? People's heads became filled with these lies. They forgot all that we had gone through. Or maybe they just wanted to forget. Then the monuments changed. Suddenly, they all had his face, his name.
Don't worry, this is the last part that we are doing for Reverse on stream. So after that, we'll be wrapping up. Then the 1 hour break, maybe I will make it a little shorter, and we'll be back with Cyberpunk, as per schedule.
There was no room for any others. Names became mere statistics. Mothers and fathers, children, dead and forgotten in their millions. But not him. He was Dr. Sechenov, inventor of polymer, savior of the Soviet Union.
But how is this his fault? Why are you blaming him, dude?
Over and over, all the glory, all the praise, everything went to him and his damned polymer.
Maxim twists, quick kicking the dining table with enough force to rattle the dishes.
How can that be? Why does he live when they had to die? How can we go blindly into this world he created? Their graves were just stepping stones on his march of progress.
I mean, you would have a point if he was somehow responsible for the disease itself, but as far as we know, he isn't.
Men like Sechenov only look forward to their bright and limitless future. To them, the sooner the dead are forgotten, the better.
That isn't true, Maxim. Of course, the ones that survived should mourn and honor those they lost. But we also have to move on. Not to forget, but to build again. You let yourself be trapped in the shadow of your loss, but I know your parents wouldn't have wanted that for you.
Don't tell me what they think!
Black smoke billows out from Maxim's body as it begins to fall.
People like you think that to pretend that a few kind words are enough to bury the dead.
Black smoke billows out from Maxim's body as it begins to fall apart before their eyes. The inky smoke coalesces and takes on human forms.
And you praised them and took everything from them. It isn't fair!
And this is where the fight happens. Right. So we will do the fight itself, and it will be that for today. Let's do it manually.
Ich werde meine Pflicht erfüllen.
This is his nightmare form, presumably. Okay. So, let's nuke his ass with an ultimate.
Just another shift.
Magnetic field. Magnetics activating.
I can hear
There we go.
these sheets on my wings.
Mon officier n'est pas un capitaine.
Avoid the nuclear strike. Almost a million. Now we have to finish him off.
Exterior damage
There's
profile
strength in
updated.
restraint.
He's hitting fairly strongly.
Peace and quiet.
Alright, I'm doing this on hard mode, so there's no story tidbits to it. I'll just show them on stream for the people afterwards.
It is here.
So let's quickly finish this off. How can I do this? Let's just spam these. This should be enough to take him down, I think. There we go.
Part of the training.
Rise and shine.
I forgot that the hard mode
I'll avoid delivering
stages
any
have
little
no
injuries.
story to them.
A necessary counterattack.
Okay. And I
There's
think
strength
the
in restraint.
strike from the twins will take him down, right?
Interacting with polymer. Repolymerizing.
Yep. Good enough.
That weren't even as tough as waking up an old.
Let's just show the dialogue at the start. I've gotta give myself some stamina. Run out. Okay. Start.
Oh, I got it now.
So, what was his line at the start?
Burton, are you alright? I'm reading a massive shift in the dream space.
Yeah, we are fighting a boss.
We're fine for now. It's just Maxim trying to stop us from exploring his memories.
I hate what this society has become. They forget so easily.
A literal children temper tantrum.
Those pocket watchers are whispering something.
Don't listen to them. If they impact your emotional state, it could have unpredictable effects on the dream.
Right, and this is when the fight happens. We'll just exit, because we just did it. And, as I promised, this will be it for today. We have 3 parts left for Friday. And those little tidbits over here. So, we'll be probably doing this and back to Chelomny sub-event afterwards on Friday. For now, that will be it. I'll be taking my break to eat something quickly, and I'll be back around 6 PM of GMT +1 time zone, maybe a little bit quicker. And we'll be doing the promised Cyberpunk 2077 stream as per schedule. So that will be it. If you missed anything from the stream, I recommend going to my YouTube channel, which is linked in the description, in the Twitch description, or available through the chat command of !YouTube to get the link directly. The VOD will be available in full forever on that channel. And the upcoming schedule for Friday and any following week is available on my Discord server, which is also linked in the description. And also you can type !Discord to get the link directly. For now, that's it, and